myself better. Basketball isn't easy. All my life, I've been striving to make myself better. It's a full-time commitment. To be the best, you have to work the hardest. You have to chase what seems impossible over and over and over again. Because giving up, it's not an option.
Haters been counting me out, I'm counting my views and loading my clicks. You say my name, you on the list. I'm checking them twice and I'm cooking them quick. Real takes is dying, the fake ones is lit. YouTube is off balance, so I'm back on my itch. St. Louis dirty, big art, sports 30. That's how I like you all on my itch. I won't take a sip, I'm hitting blunts whenever it's lit. Not popping no pills, but do as you wish. I roll with the winners, I love them to death. I got a few friends, not all of them rich. What good is the channels, my brothers is broke. What good is the panels, my dogs can't sit. I'm on my mission, that's why I can't quit. Just like LeBron, get my niggas no chips. Just put the G-Shot back on my wrist. These shoes came with Weezy, he gave me a gift. Back when YouTube hosts praying like this. They act like the legends cannot coexist, but I never beef with a streamer for nothing. If I smoke a YouTube, it's gonna be legit. It won't be for clicks, it won't be for fame. See the OGs, I'm thanking you now. Was watching YouTube, you was paid in the ground. Got my own cadence, I got my own style. I studied the greats, I'm the greatest right now. If you don't fuck with me, you ain't got a choice. Did my own thing, still made all that noise. I had to be different, I met my intentions. Now big on sports, got a voice.
Basketball isn't easy. All my life, I've been striving to make myself better. It's a full-time commitment. To be the best, you have to work the hardest. You have to chase what seems impossible over and over and over again. Because giving up, it's not an option.
Haters been counting me out, I'm counting my views and loading my clicks. You say my name, you on the list. I'm checking them twice and I'm cooking them quick. Real takes is dying, the fake ones is lit. YouTube is off balance, so I'm back on my itch. St. Louis dirty, big art, sports 30. That's how I like you all on my itch. I won't take a sip, I'm hitting blunts whenever it's lit. Not popping no pills, but do as you wish. I roll with the winners, I love them to death. I got a few friends, not all of them rich. What good is the channels, my brothers is broke. What good is the panels, my dogs can't sit. I'm on my mission, that's why I can't quit. Just like LeBron, get my niggas no chips. Just put the G-Shot back on my wrist. These shoes came with Weezy, he gave me a gift. Back when YouTube hosts praying like this. They act like the legends cannot coexist, but I never beef with a streamer for nothing. If I smoke a YouTube, it's gonna be legit. It won't be for clicks, it won't be for fame. See the OGs, I'm thanking you now. Was watching YouTube, you was paid in the ground. Got my own cadence, I got my own style. I studied the greats, I'm the greatest right now. If you don't fuck with me, you ain't got a choice. Did my own thing, still made all that noise. I had to be different, I met my intentions. Now big on sports, got a voice.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy Big R. Welcome back to Big R Sports. We in the building. What it do, man? Hopefully everybody out there having a good day today. Whether you was at work all day getting money for your fam, or you was at the crib all day taking care of your fam, doing what you got to do to get through the day. Hopefully you had a good one. But it's game day, ladies and gentlemen. We got another game to y'all on Big R Sports. What it do, man? But first, let me make sure y'all hit that like button on y'all way in. I need everybody to hit that like button for you, boy. Appreciate it as well. What's good, everybody? How's everybody doing? Hopefully everybody had a great holiday weekend. Great. Back in the building, man. We back in the building, man. The Lakers versus the Timberwolves, round 2, part 2. We got them the first game of the season. Ain't looked the same. They haven't looked the same since. They've been playing pretty good basketball. The Minnesota Timberwolves are 9-10. One game under 500, but they headed in another direction. But they are a team capable of being beat today, though. We're going to get into that, too, as well. The Los Angeles Lakers are 12-8, 4 games over 500. 5-5 on the road. We definitely got to win this road game today. We got to start looking better on the road, handling business. To be one game over 500, especially how we started off on the road, it will be really good, really, really good. The Minnesota Timberwolves today, y'all. We got to take care of business. We go back to the last game because I missed out on the last game. We beat the Utah Jazz 105-104. I think Brian had like 27 and 14 assists. You know what I'm saying? Had a good game. Went 0 for 9 from 3, which was kind of, you know what I'm saying, regressed back to I ain't gonna say back to the norm, but you ain't gonna shoot that hot all year, and it was bound to have a bad few shooting games because everybody do. Even Steph Curry do. Everybody do. A lot of people was talking bad about him about the last game before the Jazz, saying he gave up. Father Time that came and smacked him on top of the head. It's over now. Stuff on the internet getting to him. I'm talking about they came at Brian any old kind of way. But he made up for 27 points, 14 assists, throwing some rebounds, some blocks for good measure. Tonight, I want to see him try not to shoot so many threes. Because last time it seemed like he just wanted to hit one. I did watch the game last time, and Utah coach gave us the win. Definitely appreciate it. I forgot his name, but whoever the Utah coach is, appreciate you, bro. Who knows what would have happened if he would have never called that timeout. You know what I'm saying? AD was there to contest, but he threw it high off the glass. So we heard the whistle, so we stopped playing. So we let the coach win us the game, let us set our defense. And then it came out, Sexton tried to throw something up. We got blocked by like 3 different people. So he put Coloco in the game and everything. First time. Oh, okay. But we got the win, man. Utah Jazz is really trying to tank for old boy at Duke. Hey, it is what it is, bro. It is what it is. We'll take the win every day, even twice on Sundays. You hear me? AD had like 33 and 12 that game, a couple blocks, a couple assists. The first game, he had 36 points, 16 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3 blocks against the Timberwolves on the first game. So we definitely gonna see what kind of game he's gonna have this round, because he kills Rudy Gobert every chance he gets. So it's gonna be another 30, 39, 36, 38, and 17, something stupid like that for AD tonight, probably. He got back to his 30-point per game streak yesterday. So these games back to back, we've been doing pretty good back to back lately. So today we need to come out. The lineup is different now because we got some illnesses on the team. Austin Reeves hurt his back when he fell. He got snatched out the earth a couple games ago. So the starting lineup is going to be D'Lo, Connect Foe, Rory, Brian, and AD. So it's going to be interesting to see what this backcourt of D'Lo and Connect look like. I want to see what they look like starting the game, see if D'Lo can start shooting. Because if we got 2 lethal shooters out there, if D'Lo can ever get back on track. So, but if he comes out here jacking and missing shots and doing what he's been doing, hitting the front of the rim, hitting shots. I remember a few games ago, he had a good spurt where where JJ just took him out, and we ended up losing that game. I forgot which one it was, but yeah, I just want to see more consistency play out of him and out of the coaching staff. To be honest with you, if you see him cooking, let him cook, man. So you never know. This might be how he get his confidence back. So when he do go back to the bench, when Austin get back, then he can still be confident. You know what I'm saying? His shot falling. But y'all know how D'Lo is, very temperamental. He in the starting lineup now, so he might ball out today just to try to be like, oh, I can get my starting job back. You never know with D'Lo. So D'Lo is probably gonna be my X factor for today. I see D'Lo coming out with a 20+ point per game, a 20 point or more game today. And I see our stars doing what they do. No lacks today, you know what I'm saying? No shortcomings, none of that. We're going to get it in today. But please, please, please make sure y'all hit that like button on y'all way in for your boy. I appreciate y'all who come through and holler at your boy too, man. Appreciate y'all, bro. Yes, sir. The trade rumors are really going up right now. It's getting into December. You know what I'm saying? January, they're gonna be a flago. They're gonna be even super hot. So I'm hearing a lot of different things right now. I told y'all the other day about Utah having a fire sale, Brooklyn, but now it's like Washington is too. We have a relationship with Washington. They don't mind making trades with us. But besides Valanciunas, I don't really see nobody on there that I want. If they was to trade Gabe Vincent for Valanciunas, I would not be mad at that. But if there's a chance to get Walker Kessler, we seen him last night. If there's a chance to get Walker Kessler out of Utah, and even if we have to attach some money to it, because the reports came out today that these are the guys from the Lakers that are on the trade table so far, right? So we got D'Lo, Rui, and Gabe Vincent are on a trade block for the Lakers. So we moving around picks, we moving around players. You give me Walker Kessler, right? If it was between him and Valanciunas, yeah, do a deal with the Jazz. And he only make $3 million though, right? So Walker Kessler make $3 million, y'all. So we wouldn't even have to trade nothing for real. So they want picks. They already have 2 of the Lakers' first round picks in the future. I think they got 1 from the Pelicans and 1 from us. And one of them is top 4 protected. So I would remove them protections and give them a couple second rounders. I would not give them another first rounder as much as I like Walker Kessler. But if he's really up in air like that, or they really having a fire sale, somebody's going to give him a first rounder for him for sure, because he's young, talented, and he could be a big on your team for a long time. So we might have to work our relationship with Danny Ainge. I think Danny Ainge was in Boston so long and never wanted to do business with the Lakers that he got to Utah, was like, okay, now we can do some business together. Now I understand. You know what I'm saying? And maybe he may doing a little makeup. And I think that's what that Russ thing was. He probably was giving us a little makeup for him not effing with us the whole time he was in Boston. So, and I get it. I don't rock with Boston either. So it is what it is. Yes, sir. But give me Walker Kessler. But, hey, I don't think we can make that happen. There's some other teams that's frustrated with their players, but I don't see them moving to nobody. I heard a trade was rejected from Utah and New Orleans that would have sent Brandon Ingram to Utah. But Brandon Ingram was like, I'm not going to play for no damn Utah. So I was like, oh, okay. So it's movement out there in the NBA, y'all. So don't be surprised if we get a little action before February trade deadline, because you know it's always like the first week of February. So we got about 2 months, a little less than 2 months. So I don't be surprised if we see a little action throughout Christmas, or even maybe a little bit before Christmas, because teams are already, you know what I'm saying, bargaining, already putting out what they want, setting the price high, right? And hopefully behind the scenes they're working on something reasonable. Because if this team is going to be better, it's 2 ways we can go about it. We can try to get a star, you know, who will be more of a second option for the Lakers, or we can get positional pieces that we need, like wings and centers and stuff like that. So Chicago, my hope is that it's so many teams that's willing to wheel and deal early, or even up to the trade deadline. So willing to wheel and deal that we can get something from one of these teams, because everybody ain't gonna deal with everybody else besides us. You know what I'm saying? Our relationship ain't that bad. I don't think nobody gonna X us out. It might for the stars, but not for the role players. I think for the role players, we can probably work a good deal out and don't get too shafted, you know what I'm saying? And don't be too Laker taxed, if you get what I'm saying. And do something to help improve the edges of this team, make it a little more solid, and go from there. But a big, like Walker Kessler type will be great for this team. My only concern then will be what JJ Redick would do, knowing that he got 2 bigs that he has to play, he has to start. That's why I wouldn't mind if they added a guard to that Kessler deal, so we can get rid of another player, whether it's D'Lo or Gabe Vincent. Even though Gabe Vincent had a little game yesterday, I ain't gonna forget, bro. Yep, Gabe Vincent was the star of this role last night. I see, you know. out there playing defense, hitting some shots. What? Shout out to Gabe Vincent, man. Do it again today, bro, because we need it. Let me say what's up to everybody, man. What it do, man? Nicholas Brown, hardest working moderator on YouTube. What it do, my G? What's the business, man? Yes, sir. Daniel Berry in the building. What up, Daniel, man? What's good with it, bro? Yes, sir. Mission 24 in the building. Hey, damn, big boy. The intro, the best in YouTube. Lakerland. Yeah, my intro will be fire, bro. I agree. I definitely agree. I appreciate you, man. Yes, sir. T Killer in the building. What up, Killer, man? What's good with it, bro? Salute to the gang for sure. Shout out to Artillery Gang, man. Zero in the building. What up, Zero, man? On time, bro. I appreciate you coming through too as well, too, man. You got to come on the panel, holler at your boy, man. So what's good, big boy? My guy, salute to the chat. Make sure y'all wipe y'all feet before y'all enter, and let's get this done. I think I made that famous, bro. Wipe your feet before you come to my house. I think I made that famous, bro. But I ain't gonna say nothing, you know. D Bonner in the building, man. Shout out to the general, man. I definitely appreciate you, D Bonner, bro. My first, hopefully not my last super chat of the day. Say what up, what's up, Art and everybody, man. You know what it is, man. Here to see another Laker win. That win against Utah, whew, I did not like it. I know we supposed to take the win, but Bonner, bro, I didn't like it, bro. It's just I was sitting there down in ATL, about to leave. Got to watch probably about 3/4 of the game, the majority of the game. But I'm just sitting there looking at them like, man, they don't want it, bro. Somebody take this game. AD was having a good game. Brown was having an okay game. But then all of a sudden, it's just like Utah wouldn't go nowhere, bro. It wasn't bad, bro. It was bad. He said, you definitely did make it famous. I had to steal it. I heard that, Zero, man. I'm just trying to be me, bro. That's all I can be, bro. Whether niggas rock with me or not, bro, I'm still going to be here. Appreciate that, T Killer, man. Say get them lights up for Big R Sports, always on time and on the grind. Yep, YouTube playing me because I can't stream every day as much as I used to. So they ain't pushing my videos no more. So all I got is y'all who come through. You know what I'm saying? All I got is y'all who come on the panel, whoever, if anybody come on the panel, you know what I'm saying? That's all I got right now. But I don't know. Maybe sometime in the future I get back to it more regularly. But sure, with my job and how things are in my job, it's just I stream when I can, and I ain't going nowhere. That's all I can say for right now, bro. But F YouTube, because they know they can still push my video like they did before. But YouTube is a tricky game, bro. If you do it for the money, you ain't gonna do it for too long. You gotta do it because you want to. You gotta do it because you love this stuff. You gotta appreciate whatever you know what I'm saying. Whoever comes through or whatever happens, all right. Otherwise, then you gonna hate what you're doing. So Lakers looked disjointed, and I'm not feeling some of the coaching decisions lately. I agree. Ivana, I tried to warn people early when I start seeing that 4-guard lineup with Anthony Davis, and this was like before, like a lot of people was in and out, tweaking a day out the lineup, a day here, a day there, back. This was before that. This was probably the first time Jackson Hayes got hurt, because remember he got hurt during the season like first. Everybody else was cool, so he'll play Coloco, but then it was like 4 guards. It's always Max Christie, Connect 4, Austin, and like D'Lo. So tonight, this is what I want y'all to do. When Brian goes to the bench, I want y'all to see who he has out there. He might have a different size out there now because you got Anthony Edwards. They got a big front court, small forwards, power forwards, and centers and stuff like that. So we might see a bigger lineup from JJ. But if he comes out with that 4-guard lineup again, bro, when Brian goes to the bench, it's gonna be a problem, bro. I don't know if this is his way of trying to give people minutes, but it's real Darvingham-ish, real talk. And then all of a sudden we see one game a couple games where they don't go through AD, but then we can clearly see the obvious when they go through them last night, though. Hey, we're going to see again today because they probably going to do the same thing, man. I definitely appreciate the comments, D-Bonner, bro. I appreciate all the comments, man. Y'all know I love, and I need comments, bro. Let's get it cracking, man. Solo dolo, I have to, bro. Jermaine Berry in the building. What it do, my G? He said they better win this game tonight, nigga. Come on, Jermaine, bro. He said that win against Utah wasn't enough. Who cares if we on the back-to-back, bro? It don't matter. I agree with you, though. Real talk, Jermaine. I'll put that on the big screen, too, man, because, hey, we got to win this game. They 9-10. And no, these are the games or the teams where we got to keep them down. They can't have no turnaround against us, right? I just think we're a better team than what we've been displaying the last few games, bro. And I just want us to come out here and punch them in the mouth real quick. But and we can get there if D'Lo and Connect have some kind of connection going on, for lack of a better word, with both of them on hitting their shots when they get their opportunities. They can make this particular start lineup, because Austin Hurt, very dangerous. And the Lakers tend to do stuff like that. They'll have one lineup that look great. You'll be like, damn, JJ got some decisions to make, but this might just be one of them games where we come out looking like champions. I hope so, though, man. It's win by win. And we on a back-to-back. We've been doing pretty good on back-to-backs lately. So let's keep that going, too. We got to see a lot of young guys last night, too. So Jalen Hurts-Scafino played a little bit last night. Max Christie had a good game last night. So I don't know if we're going to see them young guys again with D'Lo being back. But I'm glad we got to see them that game on a back-to-back. That was a good way. I will give JJ his credit on that. That was something good to see, even though we was out there jigging for a little while. But the young guys, man, I wanted to see them out there, bro. Jalen Hurts-Scafino looked like he was just ready to play, jump out of his skin, couldn't stop fouling. But he got it together, man, made a couple of shots. Max Christie was out there playing defense, bro. He just needs to get older, because those still look little. When I was looking at the game, Jalen Hurts-Scafino looked bigger than Max Christie. He might be a little bit taller, Max, but as far as like size, Jalen Hurts-Scafino looked bigger than dude, bro. And I was like, yeah, he was playing some good defense too. So I don't know, man. Jalen Hurts-Scafino, we might just have to keep him for a little while, see what he's turn out to be. Hoodie Walker in the building, man. What's good, Hood? Said JJ Redick is no different than him when it comes to LeBron. Both just let LeBron hold the ball during crunch time. Yep. Hoodie Walker, I would not say that for the whole season. I would say that for the last game. And whenever Brian be like, okay, I want to try to win this game. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest with you, they've done it enough the other way that I'm okay with it. Now, if this keeps going, I'm cool. If this keeps going, I'm not cool, right? Then that means that AD ain't getting his chances or his shot attempts in the fourth quarter, because, when he comes back in 7, 8, 9 minute mark, he got to, he got to get to it like it's nothing to it. We shooting threes like, hey, nigga, just get down there and get the rebound. We shoot them kind of stupid threes where sometimes he ain't even under the basket shit. But I digress. You know what I'm saying? That's not a way. Earlier in the season, when we was winning games on our 6-game win streaks and stuff like that, we was closing teams out. Like going through AD was the hub, fourth quarter hub. And if you don't believe me, go back and look at them fourth quarter points early in the year, probably like the first, 10, 11, 12 games of the season. AD was up there. But with losing, them numbers come down. So I feel what you're saying, bro. Zero. He said, you definitely going to get back in an algorithm. YouTube just be tripping. I know, man. I do got to stream more. But I don't know. Let's make sure y'all bell. Don't got to line through it. Make sure all y'all notification bells are on. And comments. Because what I know about the algorithm is that it likes, of course. Likes is the first thing they like. They like comments next. And like not chat comments, right? Chat comments are fine, but that's later on down the list. I'm talking about comments after the video. I love comments, you know what I'm saying? And I would say after that, they like views. You know what I'm saying? You get you a lot of views from them likes, from them comments, rewatch views and stuff like that, then yeah, they'll just go back and start pushing it. You know? But it is what it is. Let's go Lake Show. Big Bonner said it's like the offense has shifted from AD to launching a bunch of threes. Yeah, that's see. How can I say this, bro, without sounding like a hater? When as much excitement as I've seen for Dr. Connect and the connection, no pun intended, between him and JJ Redick and how they just was like, yes, I'm glad you're being successful because I'm going to use you. And he has a green light to the point where when he gets his shots up, he don't even dribble sometimes, bro. He just catch and shoot. Boom. And don't get me wrong. If he's efficient and he doesn't shoot like super volume, like anything over, in my opinion, 7 or 8 threes is enough for him. He shoots 10 to 12 and hit like 4 or 5 of them. That's cool. That's a nice little percentage. But that's, say he go 4 for 11. That's 37%. That's cool, right? 38%. But you didn't miss 7 shots. You didn't miss most shots than you made. And that's more opportunity for the other team to go down and get buckets. I heard this argument. I've been making this argument for a minute, too, for a long time, bro. A volume three-point shooter has to be above like 50% for it to be super efficient. If your name ain't Steph Curry or Klay Thompson back in the day, you shouldn't be shooting like that. But you know what? When he shoots, he has a lot of games. I mean, he has a lot of shot attempts. That's just how he plays. It is what it is, bro. So I definitely need to come on the panel, but when I am currently isn't too private and it's a lot of noise. Zero, you always in a place with noise, bro. Marquise in the building. What it do, my G? He said some of the lineups getting to me. I'm just, see, people starting to creep the other way. It will have to be a lot for me just to slam them because I'm gonna have the same digression that I had with Ham his first year. Remember, we started off 2-10, y'all. 2-10. So, and that was his first year. So I'm trying to give JJ a little more leeway because we 12-4. I mean 12-8. I'm sorry. Probably should have been 12-4. But that's another story. But it's better than it was his first year, and it looks a little different. And now every coach has similarities, so maybe we see something that reminds us of Darvin just because they just was head coaching the same players. Or our talent is just outweighing his coaching because, like what Hoodie Walker said, when you're able to just stop on a dime and just go ISO ball and go away from what got you winning, got you your best winning streak, and you go away from that, then hey, it is what it is, bro. He said, "Art, what's Gucci, man? AD dropping 30 tonight. You already know K-Town, man. That's what he do, man." Hold on, let me refresh my screen, bro. Because I'm looking at the game, but I don't see no score on the thing. Okay, there we go. Why y'all ain't say nothing? Big facts K down. Hey, AD dropping 30 tonight, back on his 30-game streak, bro. AD gonna lead the league in 30-point rebound games. He gonna lead the league in 30-point games. And he gonna get back to it like it's nothing to it. Because I remember people saying it was over, right? But we the 6th seed, 3 games out the 1st seed, and it's still all jumping up. That's why we need to go on another winning streak. So we come and win this game today, and all of a sudden, 2 in a row, 3 out of our last 4, and just turn it around. Because I remember that Orlando game. I heard a stat about Orlando today that made me mad about that game that we should have won. I remember people was like, oh, it's Orlando. Oh, it's Orlando. But Orlando had won 6 games in a row and lost the night before to the Clippers, and then came back and beat us, right? 7 out of 8 games. Them niggas after that, they're winning like another 6, 7 games in a row since then, bro. These niggas is not playing. These niggas is not playing. So it's just wins or wins that slip through our fingers, bro, that we should have got, bro. Crocker in the building. What up, Crocker, man? Yo, One Cool P in the building. Shout out to One Cool P Artillery Gang. What it do? What it do? K-Town said hit the like button, man. Definitely. I like our energy so far, but that should have been a foul. I wonder if JJ said something about talking to the refs. I know that was highly talked about in the press conferences and stuff. So hopefully JJ ready to talk to AD and Brian about not getting back, because y'all want to sit back there and argue with the refs whether you right or wrong. 4-on-5 basketball is not where it's at, bro. For real. So hopefully we'll see them getting back better today, because we got to do something, man. See, come on, man. Come on, connect. That's what you out there for, bro. You got to hit your shots, bro. Crocker said 80 shouldn't be shooting at all. 80% of them should be in the paint, not the perimeter. I agree. When I think that's where he was around. He's out on the perimeter. See, like yesterday's game. I'm glad you brought that up, Crocker, bro, because yesterday's game, I saw him post up on the 3-point line late in the 4th quarter, because that's his spot when Brian is doing his thing. He's either finna come and set a pick, or he sets up on the 3-point line. But if you're the only big out there, I get it. You know what I'm saying? That's a drive and kick option. I just hate it where that's the play that they called instead of just calling the play for 80. I don't get it. But if they felt like that was the best way to get a win, you know what I'm saying? Because if you remember the game last night, come on, Dalton. Oh, come on. If you remember the game last night, Brian missed that 3, forced that 3 late, and then Colin Sexton came down and almost ended us, nigga. But we were saved by a timeout. So this is different ways, bro. And just like the hoodie point, bro, you gotta look at it the same way. When you say we was gonna be different the whole game and make the point to be totally different and opposite of Darvingham, you really can't do nothing that dude did. Otherwise, you're gonna get caught out on it, especially if it don't work. Yeah. So, because if it's happening, can't nobody say nothing. DJ Killer can't say nothing. Nobody can say nothing, bro. What did he say? 80 got to drop this 50 piece. Hey, I wish he got the shot attempts like that, bro. And my point is, when I watched the post game press conference, he was like, "Yeah, I told LeBron and AD to make sure they got 25 shot attempts each." And I was just like, "What? Okay, why don't you tell them that every game?" I'm like, "All right, you finna get 30 shot attempts this game." Hey, but you know what? That's what it is. So hit the heart on the side and don't a lot of pose. What? And do a lot of pose? What up, Jake Renrick, man? What it do, my G? He said, I saw an alarming stat today. AD had 6 points in 29 fourth quarter minutes. Who's responsible for that? I don't think it's AD. Jay, that's what I'll be talking about, bro. Was coming into the season, JJ Redick told everybody that he was going to have Anthony Davis be the hub of this offense and made sure that it was happening throughout the whole game. Right? And that goes back to what I was saying earlier. To start the season, it looked like that. He was closing out games, and then all of a sudden he had that game where he missed them 2 free throws. And all of a sudden after that, it's like JJ Redick took that responsibility away from him. Just like that. So to me, that's a flaw on JJ right there, bro. Now, his JJ only out to be if it was like his plantar fasciitis flared up on a couple games, and then he just couldn't do it. He could only give us what he gave us. What, from my understanding, is that you can judge that by how a player looks on the court. And you can tell, like last night, he didn't look like that was bothering him last night with 33 and 11 or 12 or whatever he had. So why not make an offense for him? Do the 80 hub, nigga, not the Bron solo dolo for 30 seconds out of the damn shot clock. Because we've seen that story already, bro. We've seen that already. He said, just describe Reeves. He's shooting a lot of threes and going 2 for 9, 3 for 11, a bunch of games. That is true. That is true. I mean, true. And I think that they're breeding this, breeding this energy of just, I'm going to shoot. If I'm open, shoot. Keep shooting. D-Bonner, bro, we from back in the day where if you shot 1 for 6, you better not shoot the ball no more. Somebody on your team might slap the you-know-what out you. That's where we come from, bro. But now they like only shooters, the stars of the team was afforded the luxury of shooting your way out of a slump. Now, nigga, everybody on the team can shoot their way out of a slump. Even a rookie in Dalton Connect can try to shoot his way out of a slump. In-game slump. You know what I'm saying? So it's very, very frustrating when you can shoot a lot of threes, bro. A lot of threes and win the game, but then all of a sudden, another game when the team just shoot a little more better than you, yeah, you get blew out. Because that forces us not to have no off shoot night, especially not from 3. Come on, y'all, let's go. Let's go, 80. 80 with the crossover, step back, your face. I'm just saying, and like when he gets the ball right there, that's different. But yeah, we're gonna see how often they do that tonight. Yeah, and Minnesota keep turning the ball over. I like they turnovers. Keep turning the ball over, Negroes. Let's go. So my favorite zero track these days. I'll have to check it out later, man. I don't even know what that is. So AD is a top 5 Laker big man ever. I don't know about that. I gotta see who my top 5 is. Right? Because you got Shaq, Wilt, and Kareem. That's 3 already. And after that, he said big man. So I'm gonna have to put Powell on there too. So AD might be a top 5, bro. It might not be a hard list to get on. You know what I'm saying? But I'll take it. All right, swing it right back to him. Because Gabe can't shoot. So Brian on the bench. We got Dalton. We got Max, 80, and Rui. So we got Ruri at the 4. Okay, I ain't mad at that. Dalton at the 3, Max, and then Gabe. That's a more sizable lineup. That's probably why we're not getting blew out the water right now. Eddie A in the building. What up, Eddie, bro? He said we would have lost yesterday's game if Utah coach didn't call a stupid timeout. Yeah, we got one. But they tanking for old boy at Duke, bro. So they giving wins away. That is crazy, bro. They giving wins away, bro. There you go. Tell him again, Jermaine, bro. I don't know, bro. He should have 50 points tonight, every night. Or at least have enough shot attempts to get him 50. Yeah, it's already an efficient player, so I don't know. But it look like his foot ain't bothering today, so I see him going for 30 for sure already. Eddie A said we would have lost yesterday. I read that one already. He said, my nigga Zero said, I wish we would have gotten younger, Brian and 80. They would have made the league beg for mercy. Now, Zero, that's the kind of talk I like, bro. if 80 would have went to Cleveland the second time, like say somehow instead of Kevin Love, it would have been Anthony Davis, bro. You would have had Anthony Davis, Kyrie Irving, and LeBron James. Some niggas would have won like 6, 7 titles, bro. I don't think LA would have ever happened. I think Brian would have stayed in Cleveland for the rest of his career and probably won 100 titles. But okay, that's one scenario. Let's say 80 was going to LA and Brian was in his prime already here. Right. Coming from how 80 was playing MVP caliber basketball then, with no injuries going forward, nigga, they would have won 10 titles, bro. 10 titles. Because you got to think, Brian sustained greatness is longer than everybody ever. So you give him the Cleveland Brian, the second Cleveland, you give him the first Cleveland Brian and put him in LA, him and 80 together. Yeah, the league would have been screaming for mercy, bro. Chris Jones in the building, man. Shout out to the artillery gang, bro. I definitely appreciate y'all, man. What's good with it? Sup, nigga? Said, you know where Anthony Davis went, bro? What you mean where you went? That nigga went to Kentucky. Joseph in the building. What up, Joseph, man? What's good with it, my G? I'm going to send it here in a minute, man. Cape Town, he said Gabe is an Uber driver. I ain't going to lie. I had a few Uber drivers that looked like Gabe Vincent, bro, for sure. There we go. Good bucket. Good bucket. So if this team could ever get all its players, then we can see what type of team it is. Yeah, hoodie, that is another perspective. A lot of people say that. A lot of people kind of forgot about Vanderbilt and Christian Wood. I do too sometimes. I ain't gonna lie, bro, because I get tired of thinking about it because they should have been back. So I don't know what the problem is, bro. They should have been back. Come on, that's a turnover. There you go. Let's go. Finish. Oh, that's a foul. Okay, because you look out of control, bro. He said, I don't even think Cavs would even need Kyrie. I think peak Brian 80 would have beaten the Warriors with KD, adding Kyrie would have been overkill. It would have been like, yeah, like what Golden State did with KD. It would have been super overkill. Because I remember when they had KD, I think they went through New Orleans once or twice. But AD was dropping like 38 points a game, doing everything he could. And then all of a sudden, man. But he ain't have enough to beat that Golden State teams. Not in one of them times. But he was balling though. I would have loved to see him if he would have had DeMarcus Cousins at least one of them times, because he was there and got hurt. So he never got to play with him in the playoffs. Man, that would have been overkill, bro. Oh, come on. What is that, Julius, bro? Because you're getting bodied by Christie, bro. You're going to foul him like that, bro. Then they're going to call a foul on Christie, bro. Come on, refs, bro. That was garbage. Joseph said, do you think we need trades? Yeah. Unfortunately, this team do need trades. I think we won't know our ceiling until everybody get back, like Hoodie said. And even then, our true potential might not be seen unless we make the changes we need now. It might be too late, or we might just do what we've been doing the last few years, where we make it to the playoffs. We just gonna be a better team by the time we get there. And I ain't mad at that. Chris Jones said, I thought Anthony Davis left us. He's been playing like number 3 again, bro. Yeah. No, I wouldn't say that. I would say that the offense has left us. And when you're the offense of a team, then, hey, sometimes you can't get it done. But we go back to being more focused, more centrally focused on AD, on making good shots, on getting easy buckets. Then we look like a better team. Said AD and Cousins were playing really together too, really good together too. They definitely would have given the Warriors trouble. Yeah, I think they would have. I most definitely think that would have been really good. But we never got to see it. K-Town said, who's 94? Let me see. Who is 94? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is that Torre? I can't see real quick. Hold on, man. Oh, my God. Who is this nigga playing now, bro? You don't play the bigs at all, bro. I think you playing a Mel Torre. Oh, wow. That is crazy. All right. It is what it is. He said, oh, baby. Yeah, I don't know why he wearing 94 though. I stopped casuals for fun. What it do, my G? What it do, man? What's good with it? Trying to get this dub today. He got Brian Rury, number 94, Gabe Vincent, and Max Christie. And Cam Reddish. Now that's a crazy lineup, bro, to end the first quarter, bro. Number 94, you don't ever need to play again. He just gave up an easy bucket on the other end. Come on, like, so we can't do that, man. He said number 94. Get in the game. Oh, shoot. That's the end of the first quarter. Lakers 20-22. That's a crazy, low scoring, whack ass first quarter. 20-22. 2-point game. Is Anthony Edwards even playing today? Because I ain't heard his name or seen him do anything. From the glances I looked at it, I seen a lot of Julius Randle. He got 5 points. Let me see. He might not be playing. I don't know. Anybody seen Anthony Edwards today? Let me know. All right. So Anthony Edwards played 10 minutes, 2 for 6, 0 for 1 for 3. He got 3 boards, 2 assists, a steal, with only 4 points. If y'all remember telling y'all back when the season started, when we first heard about the trade, Karl Anthony Towns trade, I was like, Julius Randle was a role player. They just traded a low-level star player for a role player and think the team was going to get better. And I told y'all Anthony Edwards was going to have to try to show improve and be the best player on his team. For sure, this is his team, no questions. And he is failing at that, bro. So, man, hopefully he keep failing this game, though. Damn. I hope I didn't jinx it, but I don't know. I just didn't see that from him because he have great games, but I don't think his consistency is all the way there. I don't think he's as clutch as some people will say he is. I just think he needs some growing to do. Very immature still. You heard them comments he made not too long ago. Very, very immature. Yep. And self-destructed on a losing team because they didn't trade away your best friend. That's facts, T-Killer, bro. The Wolves been mid so far this year, and their record says so. K-Town said Randall lost his athleticism. I know he had an injury like right before they traded for him in New York. So they took a gamble, I guess. They had to take a gamble on him. Who is number 94? The number 94 just scored his first NBA points. Hey, we just got history. Because I swear to God, I ain't never seen this nigga score before. Damn, Mike Conley. Man. Jermaine Berry say keep it, stay in the game, avoid going down 10 points, and we got a chance to get this stuff. Hell yeah. Keep it copacetic. Yes, sir. Basketball is all about business. Not all about business, but basketball is a business. Come on, D-Lo, pick your head up. Good pass, good pass, good passes. That's what I'm talking about. I do like the fact that we scoring back and forth with them. It's a close game, Jermaine, bro. So let's avoid turnovers too, man. Let's see if we can get some easy buckets. Ooh, he crossed Brian, but he airballed the shot. Good shot. He said, get the mics up. Big facts, Joseph, bro. K-Town said 94 on the 10-day. Nah, that's a Mel Torre. He's one of our two-way players. Because they said we would have seen what's his name? Overleary yesterday, but he hurt. You know what I'm saying? So we didn't get a chance. That's why we seen Jalen Hurst-Cafino. Zoe kid in the building. What up, Zoe, man? He said Brian gonna hit a 3 tonight. I don't know. That's why I was like, he better not take no more than 4 or 5, bro. He cut his turnovers down last game, but damn it, he couldn't shoot a 3 to make save his life. That's too easy. So, or if we made some trades, I know we need a big. What else? Who else would you try to go for? I'm gonna tell you like this, bro. We need a big. If we made one trade for a big like Kessler, bro, and everybody Vanderbilt came back fully healthy where he had to go back out, Christian Wood did the same, I think we'd be good. But since we don't have that certainty, especially with Vanderbilt and Christian Wood already re-injured himself, that's why he in the situation he in now, trying to come back too fast. I'll probably try to get somebody to trade to replace that perimeter defense from Vanderbilt. So I would probably search for a big and a wing, hopefully on one team. If we can get it through a 3-team trade, I'm fine with that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Brooklyn and Utah want to do some deals together or something. We can slide in and get Kessler and somebody from Brooklyn, you know, Michael Finley Smith or whatever his name is. Come on, Lake Show. Don't let them pull away, man. D'Lo with these crazy threes, bro. He hit it, though. Come on, man. So that was great ball movement. 2 backdoor passes. Yeah, I saw that. T-Killer. I like easy buckets, bro. You know, that's why the conversation about threes been going on lately. The need for easy buckets. I think I was watching Gil's Arena the other day. I've been saying this for years about taking too many threes is still a bad thing. And they got to start talking about all the teams taking so many. And they was like, what's his name? Derek White, the 4th or 5th option on this team, taking what? 9 threes a game, 9, 10 threes a game. That is crazy, bro. And that might be their downfall. You never know. Because all it takes is for one night for you to be cold. It's going to be a wrap. So what is with LeBron? I think people are just adjusting to what a 39, 40-year-old Bron look like, bro. And I just being as simple as plain as I can, bro. You know? Right now, we letting these niggas pull away from us, bro. And I don't like that. Shots not falling. I told y'all every day, every game, I'm here. What we do when AD hit the bench on this, start the second quarter on this rest. Sometimes we do good. Sometimes we look like this. That should be something JJ should be working on in practices, because we seems like, you know, if Brian ain't carrying us for these 4 minutes, then the other team go pull away. If Connect ain't making his shots, then it's nothing. And I hate the shots D'Lo got to try to make too, man. That's crazy. He got to shoot from 30 feet away. He said, is LeBron hurting the team now? No, I wouldn't say he's hurting the team. If he don't keep his turnovers down like he did the last game, then yeah. But overall, his 3-point percentages is acceptable. His scoring, his field goal percentages is acceptable. He's shooting almost 80% from the free throw line, which is acceptable. What it might show us though, Hoodie, bro, is the failure of not getting a second star guard on his team over the years, like the original plan. The original plan was to have a young guard star come here to LA by trade or by free agency, however they got him here, so they could take the pressure off Brian, like we need somebody to do now. So if he keeps going downward, then he was not a viable second option for this team. And we should have traded for a star X amount of years ago. Messed up with Russell Westbrook. That didn't work. And maybe that was our only chance. Maybe that was our last chance. You never know. So it is what it is. But we all knew that, though. To be honest with you, we all knew that because he's I think he's 30 days away from being 40. So we all know that he just can't be the same dude he used to be, even though we all want him to be. So, but if you not a viable second option night in, night out, or if you continue to do things that hurt your team, then we should have pulled the trigger for Trae Young or for DeJounte Murray or for whoever over the years that was there to the point where they could have been a more viable second option. We had AD as the first option, and Brian could just do what he needed to do throughout the game. So and you could tell because, like, say somebody come out shooting. Let's just say Dr. Connect. Somebody who can come out and be real hot, come out, score 25, 26 points in the game, and can have a game like a second option. Then just think if we had somebody like that who was a star who can come in and give us that night in and night out. So maybe with LeBron, we was a few years off, a few years late. Now, who's to blame for that? That's up in the air. But I would much rather have them going with the original plan. And when we look back on it, I'm going to blame everything on Russell Westbrook trade. Why we didn't get a third star? Because we wasted our money on Russell Westbrook, and we've been in a financial bind ever since. Having to spend money on Kendrick Nunn and Gabe Vincent. The only time since Russell trip off of that, y'all, that's the most money, like besides re-signing our own players and stuff like that, free agency, that's the most money we didn't have to spend since Russell Westbrook. Is that little punk ass 10, $11 million we had to spend on Kendrick Nunn, same for Gabe Vincent. So we've been financially strapped since Russell Westbrook, bro. And another turnover. Big facts, Joseph. All right, y'all. This team is starting to look like it did yesterday. And if we look like we did yesterday, we're not going to be able to win this game. Because, shoot, Anthony Edwards been quiet. You don't think he's going to be quiet the whole game. We need to take advantage because he's being real humble right now. You know what I'm saying? Trying not to piss nobody off. That's a bad shot right there, man. Come on, Lake Show. Now we got to close out the second quarter. How we get it under 10, get it under 5, something. JJ need to sit LeBron back-to-back games or too much for him at his age. Now, that part I agree with. It was a rumor earlier in the offseason or late in the offseason, earlier this year. Brown was like, I'm playing 82 games. I'm playing 82 games. And I'm just like, okay, maybe he's just saying that. But he's literally going to try to play 82 games this year. And I just don't think that's smart. I really don't. So nobody questioning it, you know what I'm saying? Because we want Brian to play every game because we selfish fans. You know what I'm saying? But realistically, I don't want dude playing back-to-backs. He shouldn't have played no back-to-backs this year. We're fine. All right, y'all. Make free throws. Joseph said, it's looking bad. Come on, Lakers. I can see this one. I remember games like this, bro, last year where it was up in the air. We can come out like gangbusters in the second half and demolish a team, come back from any deficit. Or we can fold. It was either or. I pray it's not what we are this year. I pray that it's not what we are, bro. Let's go. And Doctor can't make his free throws. Hey, Nas always been a problem, T Killer, bro. Nas always been a problem. Every time we play him, it's just he can never do nothing. Can nobody ever do nothing with AD? But the games where they give us our best competition is when Nas is on, Anthony Edwards is on, we jigging like we doing now, and they front run, just like that comment Anthony Edwards made. They are a front running team. So now everything look good. You know, Anthony Edwards want to go to the free throw line, get all his points now. And that's why you miss, nigga. No. But yeah, they're a front running team, bro. So Nas Reed reminds me of Michael Porter Jr. when we play Denver, where it just seems like he's always gonna hit his three, and he's always gonna shoot that dagger and kill us, bro. Get about 15 plus points just off them open threes. Come on. Come on, man. Drive on these niggas, man. Said LeBron looking like he top 20 all time. F a GOAT. He's playing like straight booty. But see, we don't judge GOATs at age 40, bro. Who judges the GOAT at age 40, bro? And that's part of the adjustment I was talking about earlier, y'all. I get it. Bron's the GOAT, right? But all things must come to an end. And even if he's the greatest 40-year-old we've ever seen, he's still 40. So I've been trying to prepare y'all for this for a long time. But Brian and then brainwashing on him with his good games, bro, with how good he can play at times, bro. I know it makes people feel like that. Oh, just keep doing it every night, you know what I'm saying? But what affects, let me know in the chat, bro, what affects like him being 40, like what realistically affects Brian in his age? Like tell me one of his effects of being 40 that you can see on the court. I want to know in the chat. Let me know. Because I just want to know. So stop hating on LeBron. He getting y'all. Stop hating whoever said I heard that joke. He said, Brian to the rescue. And Brian, we trust. He said, LeBron don't get passes. If he suit up, he suit up. Nah, that's the wrong way of looking at it. That means you don't appreciate basketball. That means you only appreciate your opinion. Marquise Wilkes in the building, man. What to do, my G? He said, what is wrong with this team? The team is not as good as we thought it was, Marquise. I think we all kind of knew, though, and like in our heart, we kind of knew because we all know this team needed something, whether it was through a trade or something, you know. Even if Vanderbilt and Christian Wood, everybody was healthy, man, it's hard for me to put my finger on it. Even if that would have been enough. So we're seeing that's what we're seeing now. We're saying if this team is enough to continue night in, night out in the regular season, that's the first step. You don't even need to go to step two if that ain't true on step one. So I think this Brian last year, or you think he got one more year in him. So to be honest with you, bro, I've been saying this for a minute. I think I started the year before last saying that this year was going to be his last year. And remember what I just said about the 82 games where he's making it a point to play all 82 games, which is hella stupid because he's 40 years old. He finally got his son on the team. I can really see no matter what, him hanging it up. Win, lose, or draw. 22 years. I think this might be the last year. Because I mean, that's the only logical thing I can think of why somebody who's trying to be as preserved as possible, or you would think be preserved as possible for the playoffs, would want to play all 82 games. Like I don't care that Jordan did it. I don't give a damn. Right? That was a Jordan who had 3 years off. And was trying to sell tickets. with no expectations under the sun. So I don't know, man. This might be his last year, yo. So the Lakers need to trade bad. Big facts, Marquise, bro. And these games like this where we look like we just don't have enough, that's what that means, bro. That means that we need a uplift. We need a punch. You know what I'm saying? We need a shock to the system. We need something, bro. We need some kind of jolt. Because otherwise, we're just gonna keep looking like this. Shoot. What is we 12-8? So we 20 games in. We a quarter through the season already. T. Killer said it's way tougher to recover at 40. Stuff take too long, and it is what it is. Brian tired. All right, that's my point. So why not have them sit on back-to-backs? I don't know, man. He said MJG. I don't think he has to prove no point. That's why I think it's more so that it's more about a fan thing. Like, I'm gonna play all 82. This is gonna be my last ride. I don't think Brian is the type to go out with a what they call it when everybody know it's your last year. You know what I'm saying? Where you just have a farewell tour. I think is what they call it. I don't think Brian is that type. So he's gonna go out here because he don't ever want to act like he's cheating the game. So he's gonna come out here and give it his all for 82 games, and if we make the playoffs, we just make the playoffs with a tired ass Brian. Hoodie Walker say it's time for him to hang it up. Brian turning the ball over now, making bad passes. His mind say one thing, but his body won't let up. That's crazy. And I'm just saying, I feel like if we had another third star, he wouldn't have to put himself in these positions. We'll have a primary ball handler. We'll have a secondary ball handler. And we'll have a number one option in Anthony Davis. And Brian can really chill. And I'm talking about it should have really been that kind of year this year. I'm talking about taking days off. And I really think he look at this roster and be like, I can't take no days off. Even 80 doing his best. If I'm not there, we still going to get crushed. So, yeah, I don't know. We needed a better second option. K-Town said Gabe was a doorman. Yeah, he's a highly paid doorman. Last hurrah. Yeah. I don't know, because him playing R82 John Wick, I think we'll still make the playoffs. So we definitely gonna have a better record than Washington Wizards did back in 02 or 03, I should say. Said Brian too much of a competitor to say I quit, so he playing. Yeah, yep, T Killer. That's a great point, and I think it's the same. Since nobody's gonna answer my question, I'll answer it myself. Right. What I noticed, the first thing I noticed was like not him digressing in athleticism. That's been happening in the last couple of years. It's just Brian is just an over athlete, still, and but like what he said earlier about his mind. Once I seen that start to go this year, I'm like, oh hell no. I'm like, you doing dumb passes like that. I saw him early in the year just throw the ball all across the court and was just like, no, everybody was just sitting there watching it. It was crazy, bro. And it's 50-36, bro. Come on, man. What is we doing? But this team just ain't good enough, y'all. And maybe with another star, another jolt of energy, this team can show some kind of promise to do something this year. But like I tried to warn y'all, bro, this Brian last year, and he can't just not it. We should all not kill him for it. We should all just be more understanding. Because, I mean, what y'all want? And I want him to be acting like he's 30 for the rest of his life. And that's not basketball. It's not reality. It's not sports. It's supposed to be a great sigh of relief and appreciation when we see the end of a legend in any sport at the end. And I just know because it's LeBron and this is basketball fanism now, that no matter how old he is, people still want to rag on him and hold him accountable and do all of this. Instead of just appreciating, hey, man, damn, this might be Brian last year, bro. Who cares what they do? You know? Do y'all care? You know, if this is Brian last year, I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I ain't saying you got to chalk up this year or nothing like that, but damn. Let's just appreciate it if it is. So it's crazy. They need to make trades. We're gonna see how much faith they got in this 40-year-old Brian. Because if it's too late, like I said earlier, to keep going with the plan and try to find a third star, we got the salaries to make it work. But do we have the depth to make it work? I don't think so. We have to put a lot of trust in players like Jalen Hurts-Cafino if we trade our guards away for salary. We'll have to put a lot of trust in whatever guard they send us back, so on and so forth. So whatever big they send us back, so on and so forth. Jesus Christ, bro. Nas Reed, bro. Come on, man. They going to trash, bro. They going to. Whew. Jermaine Berry said, big trash. What the F they doing? Yeah, man. Said Rob needs to be fired. Well, Rob got one more deal in him, hopefully, bro, before he get fired in the offseason. I mean, look, it's going to be ceremoniously, all right? I think if Brian do retire, ceremoniously, Rob is going to get a couple of years just to see what he do post-Brian. Then when he epically fell, then they're going to fire him. Same thing with J.J. Redick. Said dead legs make your jump shot off. Big facts, Hoodie Walker, bro. I agree with that as well. More so of just trying to be out there all the time. And because of the injuries we have in Vanderbilt and Christian Wood, could LeBron take off, you know what I'm saying, back-to-backs? I say, yeah. I don't care what we could have done. But, yeah, I would have made it my point this year. I wish I would have said something earlier. I wish I would have been talking about it earlier. Make some kind of point where Brian should not be playing back-to-backs, bro. But when I heard that all 82, I don't think I believed it when I heard it. Just saw Brian was just talking. But I don't think he missed one all year. He's played every back-to-back this year. So can't call it, bro. See John Wick, he say retired and nigga, nobody feeling sorry. Who said somebody was feeling sorry for him? It's called appreciation. See, and that's the point. If you don't get it, you just don't get it, bro. Said Team Marquis said teams love shooting threes on the Lakers. Yeah, they do. Yep. They're going to shoot a lot of them too, man, because that's how the league is going now. So we love to shoot threes too. Well, we be missing them, bro. All right, it's the halftime. I'm going to drop a link. See, you want to come up here and get a halftime assessments of the game. The score is 56-44. We are currently losing by 12 points to the Minnesota Timberwolves on the road. So far, everybody's been trash. Anthony Davis, trash number 1, 4-for-11 with 10 points and 7 boards. LeBron James is trash number 2, 2 for 10, 0 for 2 from deep. 5 points. And everybody else is falling in line, trash, winning the ball. Rory, 1 for 2. Just, I never want to shoot looking ass nigga. Rory just like, I'm just here. Hold on, let me digress. Hold on, let me go back. See if anybody in the backstage. My fault, y'all. I had clicked over to pull up the box score. What's up, fellas? What's up, D-Bonner, bro?
Man, what's going on? Art, salute to everybody. What's going on?
Trying not to get upset by looking at this damn box score, bro. Ooh-wee. I was talking and looking at the game, but looking at the box score, it's enraging. What up, Joe?
What it do, D-Bonner?
I'm trying. But another day, I appreciate y'all for coming up, man. Let's get to it, man. D-Bonner, you first. Let me get your first half assessment, what you like, what you didn't like, how this third quarter gonna play out, bro.
Yeah, man. I think D'Lo had a decent first quarter. AD, he started cooking in the first quarter as well. Even though the score was low, I thought they had a better pace and they did a good job defensively containing Anthony Edwards. He was like 2 for 6 or something like that. It was the 3-point shot shooting that I didn't like in the first quarter, and that went on into the second quarter as well. Didn't have a lot of points inside the paint in that first quarter. I felt like they were just settling on the outside, and that's just something like I even mentioned in my comments. They're just shooting threes. I mean, the offense has become stagnant. The motion that they used to have, the motion offense that they were having, and the ball moving and stuff, I haven't seen that the last few games. But then Minnesota, they got hot from the three in the second quarter. I don't know how many they hit. I know they hit like at least 5, maybe 6. Lakers started turning over the ball. And then the Lakers, they looked clueless against the defensive schemes that Minnesota was throwing out of their way. I mean, they closed the gap within 12. And they made a couple of shots down the stretch, but overall it was a terrible first half. And Brian, he just looks he looks horrible right now. I just got to be real. He looks horrible. He looks flat. I don't know. Kind of he looked like this. Excuse me. He just looks like he's moving a foot slow or something like that. Like I don't know how to explain it. So their bench is just pretty much crushing ours. In the second half, I think we need to establish more of trying to get to the rim, generate more free throws, and also, man, we got to find a way to slow down the others on the Minnesota Timberwolves as well. We left them open a lot on a 3-point line in that second quarter, and that's just them passing the ball around, having good ball movement, and we got to force them off that line and just make sure everyone got somebody covered, but. I think it got to start there. They got to do better defensively, and they got to get some kind of offense going. And it just can't be them out just looking at one player with the ball and everybody standing still and no movement or anything like that. So that's my first half assessment. But man, this was just bad. And I know some people want to blame the back-to-back, but they're professional basketball players who get paid millions of dollars. You got some people who go and they work 13, 15 hours a day on their feet at jobs that don't pay anything. So go get it done, man.
Oh, man. So question, man, you speaking of back-to-backs, why you think Brian is playing every back-to-back like he's not 40?
All right, that's something that I've been asking myself. I mean, we got so many players out, and having Vando out, Christian Wood, now Jackson Hayes out. It's like, what other big we really got? I mean, we got Koloko, but he hasn't really been getting played. I think it's just we got so many different players out, so you got to play him. But he averaging, so I think somebody put up a stat, he averaging 35 minutes. I thought the objective of this season was to get that number down because these last few games, he looks exhausted, low energy. And I just don't know, man. That's why I said the coaching staff, I've been questioning them, just some late game execution decisions. The offense, you broke it down when you said, it's just, you broke it down earlier, Dalton, and don't get me wrong, I like Dalton, what he's doing, whatever like that. But at the same point in time, the offense must run through AD. That's how we were having success. And they just kind of abandoned that, and it's just been launch your threes. Everybody got the green light. And like I put in the chat earlier, Reeves, he's been struggling from three the last few games. 3 of 11, 2 for 9, 1 for 8 or something like that. And it's just not him. But yeah, man, I think we just need to get back to what kind of identity we're going to have and stick to it and find something that works for us and go with it. But right now, I just think we're all over the place, and I don't know, man. It looks questionable.
Is this the wall is Brian running into that everybody keeps talking about? Where it's like you, because of your age, and it happens to everybody, you could fall off a cliff, or some people call it running into a wall.
No, I don't know. I don't want to say that. I just think he's just getting overextended right now. I mean, he's playing a lot. He is 40. This man, I know people hate to say keep hearing this. This is why a trade is needed, man. And I think I agree with you when you were talking about more. I think I'm leaning towards more so getting a guard, but you can still be able to acquire a big too at some point because I don't see it right now. Right now, you might beat the lowly Jazz, beat these low level teams and et cetera, but this playoff run and stuff, these playoff teams, I don't know, man. I got some questions right now. And yes, we're above 500. Yes, it looks a lot better than it has years past. But at the same point in time, I just know where the end game is going to look like, judging off the way they're playing right now.
The end game and just the overall perspective of just how you want where you want your team to end, and it seems like we are a day late and $1 short on that third star package that we could have had a long time ago with numerous different stars.
Yep.
And it just never came to fruition, bro. Now it's biting us in our ass.
Yep. And then not only that, not even, I wouldn't even say just all stars. You had decent complementary role players who are consistent enough where you could have lined them up on this team. I mean, you didn't want to jump the gun with some of those players at all either. So I don't know, man. I just don't know. I know some people, they're gonna say, as far as like JJ Redick, keep the same energy y'all had for hitting Darvin Ham his first year and whenever, and to the extent that there's some of that is, I admit it's true, but yeah, man, I just don't know. It looks, like I said, it just looks disjointed right now from a lot of different areas.
It is true. It seems like the other teams are just more vibrant than us. Like you could tell Minnesota, you can tell a lot about any team, like their age or their whole team combined. If you're playing a young team, if you're playing an old team. And I think because we have the influence still of LeBron James, because he is the primary ball handler now, maybe him trying to get triple doubles every night wasn't the smartest thing to do, playing all these minutes, playing all these back-to-backs. And to me, that falls on JJ because he started off at the beginning of the year saying it out loud. 82 games, and as a head coach, I would have laughed at that and said, no, that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
So I'm putting that on JJ as well as LeBron, because if we keep saying games like this, we came into the season knowing we led the league in back-to-backs. I want to say we're like 15 back-to-backs this year. You know this. So I don't know. Bro. Wait after Christmas to start doing it, maybe after the trade deadline, but we're gonna have to trade the whole damn team. They had new players, and then you want to send them back. I swear to God, D-Bonner, bro. Whew. I don't want to say it, but it's feeling like Darvin Ham all over again.
And even when you what you said earlier about some of these, man, some of these lineups, like you can't put some of these non-defensive. I know we're short-handed, but you're just putting a litany of non-defensive players out there, and you're asking AD, okay, Go ahead and guard the perimeter. It was a one game he was guarding the perimeter. He was guarding the inside. He was literally not getting any really help. He had a good, just amazing offensive game. I think it was just against OKC or something like that. And I'm like, okay, man, this is just bad. It's bad. What's going on? Waited against the Magic to insert Cam Reddish back in when Franz Wagner was going off in the fourth quarter. You went with, whoever you had out there. You waited till the 2-minute mark to bring him back in. Why? Other game, and I'm not fond of D'Lo at all. But the other game when D'Lo was doing great for us and we was actually rolling, you took him out.
He passed.
Like, I don't understand. Like, this is just something us couch analysts are able to see and break down. You're live and direct. You're up there. You see it up close. I mean, what's so hard? I don't get it.
He like I don't think he liked the shots D'Lo take. For whatever that's worth, I think that he's seeing how he plays and it's not really in his system like that for real. As far as ball movement, but to me, it's kind of hypocritical because if D'Lo can catch and shoot, and you get mad at him for shooting his shots, why ain't you mad at Dawson Connect when he's just catching and shooting 15, 16 shots a game?
That's another thing. If you're gonna be the one who's gonna be hard nosed, getting in players' face, calling them out for what they're doing, you got to do. With me, I got to see you do that with everybody. It's not only just Dalton. And Dalton he's had some good 3-point shooting games. Don't get me wrong, but like I said earlier with Reeves, he's jacking up a lot of threes. Just it's too much of a green light. Like I wish he didn't do that over the summer. How many reporting and saying what player is going to have more of a involved role offensively and want them to do more or anything like that. Like, let guys earn it and then make adjustments as well, because obviously that hasn't really been working a lot. Our hub, our focal point need to be running through AD, and whenever they come double teaming or do whatever they do, not saying force feed or anything like that, but it was naturally earlier in the season. You see how natural it was? It wasn't force fed. It was everybody was getting involved. You had good shot selections and etc. They just stopped. They just been launching 3-point shots the last 4 or 5 games.
Do you think that they, like when like a hot offense come along in football, it takes however X amount of weeks for the teams to figure it out, and if you're really good, you can keep that going. But if you were just a flash in the pans, the rest of the league caught up, then you just trash. You think that's the kind of scenario that we in?
I think that's exactly what it is. If I'm being honest. I think you might have mentioned. I think a lot of teams, especially this Timberwolves team, earlier on when we got them, it was good. We got them at the beginning of the season. They had a major acquisition change. They got rid of Cat. They was figuring things out. Things weren't the same. So now you're seeing teams develop chemistry. They're getting more. They get to see more film and stuff. And now it's like, okay, we can stop this with them, and we can get into the transition with them. And that we know their transition defense is bad. Well, some nights if we contain AD with the rebounding, everybody else is going to help, so we can beat them on the rebounding game. And yes, exactly that. and it's not almost crazy. He got 2 veteran assistant coaches over there who's been head coaches. They got to start input. Like, we got to be able to change it up. We got to switch it and counter everything that they're throwing our way. Like, they look hopeless in that second quarter. Albeit they went on the run at the end of the second quarter, but it looked like they didn't know what they was doing.
Not at all. And it's starting to become a little bit obvious to the point where I'm just like, you know what? It is what it is. Those are all great takes. Hold tight real quick. Let me get to Joe. They're patiently waiting. What up, Joe?
What up, Art?
Let me get your first half assessment. What you like, what you didn't like. How this third quarter gonna play out, bro?
I'm just gonna say this, Art. I'm just gonna basically say I'm gonna agree. Mine go off because I didn't watch the game, but I was hearing about it, and it's it just didn't sound good at all to me. You know, we was keeping up with them, and I mean, but we just still not looking how we was, how we, when we first started playing. Like D. Bonner said, we need some help. We need to make some trades. I'm sorry, and I know it's a back to back, like D. Bonner said, they getting paid millions and millions of dollars. There should be no excuse, but man, we just look horrible, Art. We look bad, and I'm hoping we come out this next quarter, next half, and pick it up and try to come back because we need to. And it's just, man, I just don't want to say we look like last season, but we need to make some trades. We need to do something. I think we need a big, like you said, and another D&3. I think D&3 player, or we need some. We just we need help. We in trouble, and we like we it's just horrible. It's just horrible, and I don't think Bron should be playing back to back games for his age, but I don't know. That's just my take on it. That's my take on it, Art. It's just
I definitely agree, man. So what do you think it is? You think it's because this is last year, maybe he just want to play all 82 for the fans? He got a point to prove, or why do you think LeBron is trying to play all 82 games this year at 40?
I mean, I can't say if it's for his fans or to prove to keep playing at a high level. I don't know what it is, but I think he should have. I think he should have hung it up last season, but he's still playing. I guess he just still want to play.
Hey, my fault, yeah. I gotta hop off, Art, 'cause I'm watching it on my phone, man. But yeah, let's. Looking at the score, it already looking too good, but hopefully they pick it up.
Hopefully they pick it up, bro. I appreciate you, my G.
Ain't no thing, bro.
Oh man, come on, like so. But you know what? Sometimes, what up, Jason Brumfield, man? What to do, my G? He said gotta be his last year. I mean, this is last run. I get it, y'all, because you want him. He can't play forever, and this is year 22, so it's either gonna be this year or next year. And I think he's gonna wait to see how this year goes. If it's a total failure to the point where his body look like it's starting to shut down, his mind ain't where it's supposed to be, he out. Because I thought he could have his mind sharp for as long as he wanted to play. I didn't think which one would go first, because I never thought his mind would go first. You know what I'm saying? So, Joe, which one you think is going first, his body or his mind?
That's a hard one because this is a tough one, Art. I ain't even gonna lie. This is a tough one because I don't want to just throw out something and then being like crucified. I don't know. That's a hard one because I did hear him say his body was banged up last season, and now this season he said he feel better than last season. I mean, apparently, allegedly, or whatever you want to say it, but that's what he said. I heard him say it, and we'll just see what's gonna happen.
Yeah. Hoodie Walker said no legs. That's why his shot is short. I know. I seen that shot too. But this is an overall thing to me. And without the proper rest, anybody, you know what I'm saying, is gonna have these problems if they didn't put in all the amount of minutes and all the amount of time this man that put in the NBA. Everybody's gonna have these kind of lapses, and it just wasn't smart. So to me, why he looks how he looks is not because like this might be his last year or anything like that, but the refusal not to play him on back-to-backs right? JJ Redick did not put his foot down and say, hey, Brian, we love you, bro, but you're 40. You ain't playing none of these 15 back-to-backs. You know what I'm saying? That's a guaranteed 15 games break a year. Because I think it was 15, but I might be wrong on how many back-to-backs. I know we lead the league in back-to-backs this year. I remember hearing that when they dropped the schedule in the offseason.
Right.
So I get it, Hoodie, bro. I get it, y'all. I don't know. I want dude to come through and do what he can for this team, but not have so much on him to the point where he started to show his age, if you know what I mean.
Right. Slowing down.
Yeah, because he's been slowing down. It's just now, if he has to keep doing the same thing over and over again, he's going to look worse and worse at it because he just hasn't got old.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not having a smart coach to step in and be like, okay, how was that not a foul? Oh, man. And Julius Randle come down with a nice little layup. Yeah, this game about to be over in a minute. I don't know, bro. Hey, so Joe, I got a question. Do you think that the Lakers, our Laker nation, Laker fan base, can suffer through a losing? I ain't gonna say a losing year, but a year where they know we're not gonna win a championship. But it's like LeBron James last year's, and I will give you an example. Like when Kobe was in his last years, ain't nobody expect nothing. Well, they wanted him to do good. That's how we want our Lakers to do good now. But when they realized that they didn't, it was still all love. You think Laker Nation will ever be like that with Brian?
I think so.
You sure?
I mean, yeah, he is the best player in the league. I mean, I think so.
He's not the best player in the league, bro.
I mean, not right now, but you know what I mean. It's hard to say. It's really hard to say. I don't know. That's a hard question. That's iffy. It could be both ways, but I don't. You know what I mean? Like, it could be. I don't know. What would you say on that one, Art?
I said it already. I asked you, bro.
Probably not. It probably wouldn't.
Well, it'll be very interesting to see how this year pans out, because you can kind of tell the mood of the fan base. Like the other night when not when he went 0 for 9, but the game before that when he had a really bad game, and people were saying this was affecting him, that was affecting him, just really going in on him, bro. I was just like, well, damn. No, to me, nobody understands like the progression of somebody in the last years of their career. Even if he's playing at this kind of level for a 40-year-old, it's still gonna be shortcomings. You know what I'm saying? And I know people are used to not having no expectations, but anybody who said this team as is could win the championship was either just being super hopeful or was just lying.
Facts.
I get it. People, fans, and you think your team could win no matter what. But as soon as you take a step back and look at it realistically and thought this team without a trade or something could win, then you wasn't really being, you know what I'm saying, logical.
Right.
We needed a trade in the offseason for another ball handling kind of guard star player. If we couldn't pull that kind of trade off, then this is what we got.
Facts. But hey, I hope we do. I can't say this though, Art, my boy. I could say we should make a trade package. I'm just gonna say this is the scenario. Rui, he got to go because Rui will have to go. D'Lo and probably Gabe Vincent. Them three. You know what I'm saying? Like, try to go get another guard and a big, And if you can, go get another forward. That's what you said, right? We need another forward.
Yeah. But like if we sell, so say we move all of them and saying what we seeing now and what we truly need. Only thing that might work is like a superstar. And Zach LaVine might even be iffy.
Right.
It'd have to be a bona fide guard kind of star player, which I don't see none of them out there being able to be traded right now.
Hey, you know what I was thinking? I don't know if this is true, but I think allegedly they said Dennis Schroeder was at one of the Laker games, and I don't know if that's really true or not. I don't believe everything what the internet say or some, but I don't know. I hate to say this, but he better than D'Angelo Russell, or that's just my take. You know?
Yeah, but he's not what we need.
Yeah, we need a
Like
big.
we'll be in the same situation if we swap them players out.
Yeah, we need a big. We need like a. You know who I wish was still around? No cap. Hassan Whiteside. We need like. We just need a big to play of size. Next to AD. That's what I think.
Yeah, something
AD
like
been
that.
saying it. He been saying it himself that he want to play with a big. You know.
Come on, Lakers. They trying to go on a little run. I see him a little bit. K-Town said Clint Capella. It'll have to be somebody like that, somebody who can push their way into the rotation, push their way even into the starting lineup.
Right.
All right. So, hey, mute your mic until you get right, bro.
My bad. I was just, I was smoking a sticky icky. My bad.
I know, but you gotta have panel etiquette, Long coffee rants, you know what I'm saying? Just mute up for me real quick.
I got you.
Drink some water.
All right.
But Clint Capella type, maybe. I don't know, maybe a young Clint Atlanta, maybe could have forced them to put him in the starting lineup or have play a lot of minutes. But that's the thing we get into, have the same situation we've been in for a long time. We get these bigs that only play a few minutes a game.
Right.
They say Brian Airball. Hoodie Walker said, "Take him out. I'm tired. Hoodie say, "I'm tired, bro. I'm tired, boss. Take him out. Get him up out of here, baby." Yeah, he ain't gonna stop shooting threes, y'all. I don't know what y'all thinking.
Right.
I wish he would sooner or later, but before the last few games, he was shooting great from three. So maybe he's just trying to find his shot.
Right.
Hoodie Walker, can he find his shot, bro? He said we losing though. Oh man. Oh, that was a good putback. Come on, Lake Show. We getting them go get offensive rebounds. We can't make no run if y'all gonna keep letting them score.
Man, this is crazy.
Yes, sir. We got a nice little stretch of games coming up after this too as well. So it would be nice if we could make a nice comeback and get this dub. But we might have to save our winning streak for another day.
Mm-hmm.
He said Dalton Rookie of the Year. Not no more. What up, Twill? What it do? They said Brian needs to be low managed. He's looking bad. Twill, we spent a whole hour talking about that a second ago. Where you been? Twill, what you think? Why you think JJ Redick is allowing Brian to play all 82 games and not load manage him like you said? Because we all sitting here kind of dumbfounded now that we see how he looks on a back-to-back and just how he's been looking lately, especially after being fat and full on Thanksgiving. That kind of stuff, bro. I want to know what y'all think in the chat, man. Why the hell he ain't playing or not playing back-to-backs, bro? He should every game or every back-to-back, him and JJ should sit down and be like, okay, I'm playing this one. Right? Because who we had? We had Utah yesterday, and we had Minnesota, right?
Yeah.
In my opinion. What?
We played the Spurs too, right?
No, I'm just talking about yesterday.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Utah.
Yeah, I'm just talking about on back-to-backs. On back-to-backs, right? They should have sat down and like, okay, I'm going to sit out the Jazz. I'm going to play Minnesota. That would have been a smart thing to do. But he had to put up 25 shots. No, he told him to put up 25 shots yesterday. And still going to play him today. So, for the life of me, I don't get it. This team ain't going to be able to succeed with a broken down Brian. And it's just not going to be good. Hoodie Walker say Brian want to go in there jacking up shots to get his 10 points to keep his streak alive. He ain't got 10 points yet, bro. Jeez Louise. We need some of our shooters to get hot, bro. We really do. Because they shooters are coming alive, bro. Yes, sir. Max Christie. I can't believe, bro. I'm just saying, like that bad game, Brian. Matter of fact, it was against OKC because people was like, just let Dalton have the team, just get Dalton the team. I'm like, y'all niggas is crazy, bro. But Brian had 80 went to bed that game though. I said Brian got records to break. Well, ain't got no damn records to break. Every time he scores, a record broke. He ain't playing for nothing like that no more. I think he planned to play this year with his son, trying to play good enough to keep this team good and relevant. Because he don't want to be on a losing team with his son. That ain't gonna be fun no more. So this nigga probably just like, I'm gonna just play all 82, see what I can get y'all, bro. It is what it is. It is what it is, bro. Joe, it's gonna be a long year this year, ain't it, bro?
Yes, it is, bro. It's gonna be a long, unless we make some trades.
Yeah, that seems what to be the talk is about all these trades supposed to be going down, and trade season might be a little early this year, but if the Lakers don't do nothing big, bro, we need something big. For real, because if he's gonna let this dude work himself out, the front office needs to get in gear and be like, well, maybe this is what they doing. Maybe they're like, all right, we're gonna wear Brian out. Store. I don't know what they're doing. JJ tweaking right now. So Hoodie Walker said this team as is, just ain't it. Same team from last year. Yep, and they killed Darvin Ham too, bro. Now people should feel different about Darvin Ham now. If JJ Redick got the same problems, y'all gonna give JJ Redick a pass? I seen JJ Redick with his hands in his pockets the other day. Ain't nobody say nothing. I was just saying, how long before people start calling him JJ Ham? That's all I'm saying. Twill say both our stars look like ass, man. Weak as F. Just look at their body language. Just sad. Wonder why people talk so bad about them. Shaking my head. I'm not blaming role players. This on 2 stars. They're not performing. Hey, Anthony Davis is performing. I don't know what you're talking about. But I get your point though. We need more of a better star system. That's what we were talking about. We messed up not getting a third star here. You know, we need a better second option. But we got what we got.
Yeah.
K-Town said Trae Young. Now I will make that trade. I definitely would. Yeah, I would take his 2024 and 12 in a heartbeat. So it had to be somebody like that, K-Town. So that's a good choice. I'm a Trae Young fan. I would love Trae Young to be here in LA. And hopefully that's one of the deals that they're discussing behind the scenes. Well, don't nobody talking about all these other teams and stuff. Everybody forgot about Atlanta and whether or not Trae Young even want to be there still. They do. But they got a new coach, a new organization, all kind of people. So it might feelings might be different in Atlanta, but if he is available, I could have 2 first-round picks and all the players y'all need to make that trade work.
Big fact.
Hoodie Walker say LeBron can't play back-to-back games at his age now. It's just facts. I'm just saying, bro. And we was to the point where we didn't even need him to. Because I swear we could have won that game yesterday without LeBron against Utah, who would have gave us the game anyway. So I hope a reporter is smart enough to ask him after the game, be like, hey, you guys really not considering resting Brian on back-to-backs? I would love for somebody to ask that question. Don't be no scary cat. And don't ask the question. Said another long year. I'm sick of this, man. He said Brian turned into Westbrook. That is crazy.
Dang.
Oh, that is crazy. That is crazy to it.
Match that sticky
62
icky.
points is you going in and out. What you say, Joe?
To match that sticky icky, Art. You heard me?
What?
I said match that sticky icky.
Oh man, I'm reading the chat, bro. All right, let's go. 14-point game. Yeah, let me know in the chat. And Joe, let me know if anybody think we can make a comeback.
Yeah, all right, I got you.
Think we can make a comeback, Joe?
Right now, I don't. What quarter is it? Third? I don't think so, Art.
Yeah.
What you think?
It's almost over. Or the third quarter is almost over. He said we the MVP, yeah. Hoodie Walker say 3 guys out there not even looking too short. I'm just saying, bro, we got to score some points, bro.
Yeah.
Said with the MVP 80, yeah. We'll see, but this team, they kind of like how people be shooting, man. I'm surprised Dr. Connect ain't been shooting more. They still calling fouls for this nigga too, man. This nigga Julius Randle is trash. Let me see. What do you got? Julius Randle, 16 points. D'Lo is leading out the team with 18 points, followed by 80. Then Rui got 10. Brian got 7. Gabe Vincent got 5. Emil Torre got 4. I don't know why he went with that dude instead of Christian Coloco because he is tweaking, bro.
Right.
That dude, man. I don't know, man.
He definitely tweaking.
But let me see. K-Town, I don't know, man. Seems like they're gonna try to pull away from us in this fourth quarter, man.
Yeah. Let's go, Lake Show.
We're 94, the French nigga. Hey, he done for the day, bro. I'm telling you, that's that Darvin Ham stuff, bro. Mel Torre is big, right? He looked like he about 6'7", but he plays like a big, so he can't shoot, can't dribble. He's all hustle and defense. You know what I'm saying? And he had him out there I ain't gonna say the whole first half, but let me see how many minutes he didn't play. Mel Torre didn't play 5 minutes. He had him out there for 5 minutes with 4 points, 2 boards, and didn't play no more. JJ snatched him out real quick. But this team continue to shoot bad. We 5 for 20 from 3, and that is 25%. That's horrible. Horrible. End of the third quarter. 64-79. It's a 15-point game. Who knows? Oh, man, this is crazy, bro. Said Hoodie Walker say Brian had 7 points. Fourth, he would be jacking up shots to keep that streak going. Hoodie Walker say D-Lo has been the best player, and that's not good. It's not good. So the problem with the Lakers is lazy, and they switching when they don't need to. That is true. They got this philosophy of defense where they got to switch everything 1 through 4, sometimes 1 through 5. And when you do that constantly, and the team, your opponent knows you're doing it, all they got to do is switch on the player that they want playing defense. That's why you see Austin get cooked all the time. That's why you see D'Lo get cooked all the time. Because if we're going to switch everything, all you got to do is call that player, who is Gordon, come on over here, pimping. Make that switch. I know Brian used to do it to people, but he was back in his young days, killing people. Locked and loaded TV, what it do, my G? I agree. The Lake Show. So Lakers just don't have any shooters. But see, I thought Dalton and D'Lo and all these were supposed to be our shooters, bro. They're not good enough, consistent shooters to make us, to put us over tops in games, bro, because they get cold. And it's the same kind of body language we've been talking about for years. We see niggas missing shots and everybody put their head down. They don't pick it up until somebody hit a few shots in a row. K-Town said trade D'Lo, trade or trade AR Hillbilly, waive Gabe. You said waive Gabe? You gonna waive $11 million in salary, bro? Sure, we better find a taker. Because if one of these teams is really, having fire sales where they don't care about winning no more and they just trying to get rid of players, they don't care who they take back. And you need to find the best player on that team and try to, see what you can do. And it better not be Kyle Kuzma. Damn it. The Lakers make a trade and only make a trade for Kyle Kuzma, I'm going to kill the front office. That dog not used to playing this many games so quick. College ball is different. Yeah, it is, but he's a shooter. Shooters ain't on every night unless you just a bona fide superstar. You know what I'm saying? So if he ain't that, and he just a great shooter, even great shooters have bad shooting nights. And because he's a rookie, he might be susceptible to that a little more. That was a bad pass by Brian. For another 3. Now we make a turnover, they come down, they hit a 3. That's sad. Hold on, let me update my screen. I don't know why it's doing that. Supposed to go by itself.
That's
Because
crazy.
it ain't even that close no more. This fourth quarter is going to be long as hell.
Man.
I got 84-66. Let me see. I don't know, man. And I think Dalton's gonna be a great player, but we can only ask so much to be a rookie. It's like we see people be hot and we want them to stay like that forever. Sometimes it's just not what it is, bro.
Right.
So AD deserves better. I feel like he definitely deserves better. When you look at the whole holistic thing, that 3-team deal, or that three guard or that 3-star thing that Rob Pelinka wanted to do from the jump, that was supposed to benefit Bron and AD. You know what I'm saying? The fact that we don't have a viable second option, the fact that we don't have a viable ball handler to take some of the pressure off of Bron, superstar kind of caliber player, all right, that affects Anthony Davis as well. Because now he's trying to be the number one option on the team where he has no support at times. Locked and loaded. Say no need to make the playoffs first round exit for sure. There's problems are going to be too glaring, and they not fixing it. Yeah, seems like the whole Laker Nation, bro, is calling for a trade. I am too. Got to do something, bro, with this team. I think 21 games is enough to know what kind of team you have. And if the front office needs to make a decision, because you could try to wait until the trade deadline where you could probably get a better deal or something like that, but our season might be over by then. With how the West is looking, with all the teams jumping up at the bottom and at the top, we could find ourselves somewhere real low, real quick if this don't get fixed. So I definitely think we need to make a big trade. I'm not even calling for a small trade. Now I'm calling for a big trade because I think we need it. So Brian going to retire. AD needs another star. Yep. But I don't know. They was trying to make it where Brian was there too with him, you know. Because I think, you know, that's AD road dog. So I think he want Brian to still be there too, but he want another star there too. Because it's not how it's supposed to win. So if LeBron comes back next year, he has to come off the bench. he ain't coming back, man. There's no way you're going to have a 41-year-old man start. Oh, my God. That's crazy, bro. They had Michael Jordan starting, didn't they? Sure. I think that team won like 35 games or something that year. And they loved it every minute. People were just so appreciative that MJ came back. Oh, my God. They don't love you like that. No, let me stop. We're going to have to do better than this, y'all. We losing by a dub. 7-2. 7-2. Because of Mel Torre in the game, Rudy Gobert killing them. Why is this dude in the game? What's wrong with Koloko, bro? Just JJ making wrong decisions, bro. What up, critical thinking, man? You late, bro. We losing because of you, bro. You would have been on time, critical, bro. We would have been winning. No, I'm just joking. What up, critical, man? 66 points. These niggas suck. They gave up 86 points, man. What it do, man? So Brian got to do the South Bay guy. I got to buy the South Bay Lakers. What up, Drowsy? What it do, my G? What up, man? Said fire Pelinka ASAP. No off-season moves, and this is what we got. That is facts. On the big screen they go. Because overall, I remember that time we was right when the offseason was going to be over, training camps going to start, and everybody was settling in on the fact that this team didn't make any moves and wasn't nothing coming down the pipeline, none of that. He was like, okay, we could do it. But let's just wait about 20 games. We didn't wait 20 games, and they didn't, you know what I'm saying? Now teams starting to put their foot on our throat. And JJ Redick can't coach his way up out of it to save his life.
It's over with.
Yep. So I'm asking for a trade. I'm AD, F Brian niggas. You old teams want me. I don't know, man. I'm being more realistic because I know once AD found out he was gonna team with Brian late in his career. Because you got to think when Brian AD got into it in 2020, that was considered the end of Brian's career, the last stop. It was year 18, something like that. You know what I'm saying? So you're 17, something like that. So I think AD know what he got himself into. It is what it is. What it do, my G? What up, Dolph? What it do, man? What's poppin', my nigga? Watching this blowout, man. Watching them pull away from us, man. Contemplating all our bad decisions in the off season, the regular season. JJ Redick ain't it. This team ain't it. Ain't nothing it. Oh, shoot. Except for nigga watching this and still won't make a trade. Man, won't make a move. I agree with this, though. I hope he do. I really do, bro. I hope he come through and pull off something spectacular when he traded Russell Westbrook up out of here. So ain't nobody see that happening. So if he can get another start here this season, all is forgiven. But this game right here, it's not happening. My nigga Dow said I knew this was coming today. Yeah, you can tell by how we looked against Utah. Because Utah, their game should have been a little easier than what it was. And they got Rudy Gobert out here stunting on us like he the best player on their team. Yeah. That's another thing when the Lakers look bad, bro, and getting their butt kicked, bro. We just keep looking worse and worse and worse. But it is what it is, man. He said, who 94? That's what I'm saying, K-Town. He needs to, like, why JJ? I'm sitting here looking at the injury report, and I don't see nothing wrong with Koloko. None of that, bro. He's the kind of big that you need playing these kind of games with athletic bigs that can move. You know? But I don't know, man. JJ starting to twig. What you say?
I said it's irritating.
Yeah, it is.
It is what it is, though, Art.
Yeah. Palinka's brought back the same trash every year, expecting it not to stink. Yeah, but hey, locked and loaded. Everybody said it was Darvin Ham, bro. Everybody said it was Darvin Ham, myself included. Why you think when I made the video about should we hire JJ Redick, another first-year coach, all of that was all of my problems with it, because he's, at the end of the day, as much as we might like JJ Redick, he's still a first-year coach, making first-year coach mistakes, and first of all, allowing Brian to play all 82 games. You should be reprimanded for that, if not fired. I stopped casuals for fun. He said Darvin Ham was definitely a part of the problem. Most definitely he was. But now we're starting to see that it might have been more of the players. Maybe I stopped casuals, bro. Because if it's the same team minus Tayshaun Prince, that's not much of a subtraction. And you have bad coaching decisions where you have the majority of the year going through AD with highly successful, but all of a sudden you can't flip a switch to do that no more. Not even in the fourth quarter. You know, it's baffling. Big facts, Charles. It's baffling as hell, bro. Baffling. I said, Bronny should get some run now. This game is over. Yeah. So I'm baffled, though. Every year we have 4 or 5 guys out the lineup hurt constantly, consistently. Oh, that's a good question, bro. Dolph said, no coach can say these niggas. This team sucks. What up, Michael, man? Rat-a-tat-tat. Mari, what up, Mari, bro? Said salute order. I'm not surprised. We knew our roster been weak for 3 seasons now. And most of us knew Brian is old. He's 40. And counting him to be Captain America as our second option is over now. I agree. That's what I was saying earlier. I said if he can't be enough of a second option for us to get over this proverbial hump, then we need to make a trade for a star guard player like we mostly intended to do. Even trades around the edges, even if we get a great big, even if we get like a great wing player, if we don't get a dominant guard like a Trae Young or somebody who can come in here and literally take the ball out of Brian's hands, then we're going to be stuck in the same place. Austin can't do it. D'Lo can't do it. And it seems like sooner rather than later, we'll fall right back into this system where it's Brian being the number one option. He's taking all the shots. He's trying to do this. He's trying to do that. And I'm just like, yeah, it's dead. All that's dead time right now, bro. He is 40. And to ask that man to do that again this year is wrong, in my opinion. Yeah, I'm not happy, especially when I'm realizing his ass gonna play all 82 games like stupid. I'm mad at both. I'm mad at Brian and JJ. Y'all both should be slapped for that. For real.
Facts.
He said, yes, I agree. The players are just not it. Yeah, that's facts. He said, we being exposed even worse because of the low production of Brian at this stage, and AD just can't do it all. Yeah, because he's big. That's why getting that guard star was very important, and we wasted it on Russell Westbrook. Crazy, bro. Like a fan for life in the building, man. What to do, bro? He says, K-Town said, the South Bay Lakers just checked in. They so did. Because this game is over. Yeah, Austin can't be blamed tonight. Hey, we missing people, bro. I mean, just like we place teams that be missing people when we beat them, we missing people. Teams gonna beat us, but it's how you look when you losing, bro. Like the Orlando Magic lost their best player, but they looked better. They looked better since he went out than before he was there. That's surprising to me. Orlando is finna be in a better position and have a better record and a better seeding than before Pablo got hurt. So Pablo gonna come back and keep rolling. That's crazy, bro. So this team not winning, just trade one of the big hats, start over. This will not get better. Twill, I would definitely not do that. I would probably either, if I can't trade for a big star, then I'm gonna just let Brian go out how he go out. The Lakers take care of their stars. So I think he's going to be afforded the same luxury that they afforded Kobe Bryant. And however you look, whatever happens, hey, you're going to be a Laker for the rest of your career. So you want to try to get this another run, we going to be with you. Because that's one good thing. The Lakers do support their stars. Now, how much so? And how much of that support should have went to AD by now is a whole other question. But Brian has it, so he has it. Said, can't feel sorry for AD or Brian. Dumb dude, sign back to them. I'm a Laker fan, but can't keep watching this stuff. Well, it's all about your perspective, I guess. You know, if it's some people last year's, people don't have no problem with it. But if it's Brian last year's, people just was like, oh my God, I can't stand it anymore. And it's probably people who never really rocked with Brian in the first place. Before he came a Laker, I did. So it's different for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm still going to have that appreciation of whether if this is the end, if this is how we go out, then guess what? He still went out better than anybody else who didn't walk off the court with a championship. The hell? What up, Nico?
Hey, what up, guy? What's cracking, man?
I don't know, man. Well, I got a question for you.
What's up, man?
Why you wait till we down 30 freaking points for you to come up here, bro?
I didn't watch the game. I don't watch doo-doo games, man.
That's your excuse.
I don't watch doo-doo. Hey, man. Hey, let me tell you something. you got to earn my time. If you didn't do anything to improve this roster, then you're telling us fans you don't care. So if you don't care about your team, then why should I care about this team? Tell me that. Riddle me that. So,
I mean, but we fans. We supposed to care anyway.
no, yeah, we're fans, but we're in it for. They're supposed to put a competent product. It's not a competent product. So you're telling me, let's just say where you work at, she loves you, but she doesn't like the food there. Are you expecting her to come and eat the food if you don't? Even though she loves you, she knows that's your job and you work there and you're like a manager and you're high end right there. Is she supposed to come in there, whether it's once a week, twice a week, even though she hates the food, but because she loves you?
Yeah.
No, it doesn't work that way. Art, and you know it. You know it. You know it.
I don't know what the hell you saying, Nico. What did you say?
No, man. This team is bad. So they're gonna get to a point where it's gonna be a fork in the road. And they're gonna decide either we do something or we write it out. And if we're 5-10 games below 500, they're not. Palinka's not gonna do anything. They're not. It's like what's the point? Now, if they were showing some fight and they're 10 games above 500, then he says, all right, we got something here. Let me make a push. And get some players in here so we can make that extra push into the playoffs and do some damage. But if this team is below 500, 5 games, 10 games, what's Rob's motivation to make a trade?
How Brian is playing. What up, Disruptor?
Even if Bron plays out of his mind,
his motivation. Because you said it yourself, Nico. You said it yourself.
Yeah, but even if he's playing out of his mind, Art, and they're 10 games below 500, so that's what I'm saying. It's not there yet.
Yeah,
but if there
tonight,
is, what's his motivation?
No, it should have been.
Exactly. You should have done it when the score was 0, when teams were 0-0. But he didn't. And Brown was okay with it. He signed the extension. He stayed an extra year. It's not like it came out of nowhere.
Brown wasn't going nowhere.
Exactly. And it's not like they surprised him with it. He knew. He knew what he signed up for. People who want to come up here and in the chat saying, "Oh, why are they making Braun go out like this?" It's Braun's fault too. He signed up for this. He knew what he was going to get into. He's a grown man. He knew what's up. So let's not pretend like he didn't know. Like they just, came out of nowhere with this theory of not doing anything.
Is it fault though? Like why does it have to be fault? Like why does it have to be somebody's fault?
Because at the end of the day, shit rolls downhill.
No.
It's always somebody's fault. It's always somebody's fault, Art.
No,
you know it.
Nobody has ever been blamed at the end of their career for anything that they've done on the basketball court.
No, I'm not saying it's LeBron's fault. I'm not saying
no, but you said you said I'm talking about the fault. I'm talking about anybody's fault. Like I give you an example, right? When Vince Carter went out and he wanted to sit on the end of the bench and play 2 minutes a game, nobody said a word. They thought it was wonderful. He could play 25 years. I don't care. When Michael Jordan wanted to sell tickets for the Washington Wizards and come out of retirement for a team that he owned, right? No, nobody said a word. They just was like, "Oh, you can play 1 year, 2 year. We just happy you're back, buddy." Right? Every superstar legend player in any sport, when it's time to go, the fans, the players, the media does it gracefully. Everybody tells me this might be Bron last year or next year. This is the end of Bron's career. Why does it have to be something fault? Nobody thought this team was going to win championships currently put together.
So, there were some people out there who thinking that part. Trust me,
Okay,
I
as
heard that.
fans, you want your team to win, Nico. Yes, that's fine. But realistically, nobody, because that same person that say, "Hey, yeah, I want the Lakers to win. I think they're gonna win." But guess what else came out of my mouth? This team ain't gonna win nothing realistic unless we make a trade,
Exactly. You and me are on
right?
the same boat. Like
So
I said, there's people out
no
there with different
expectations.
theories.
Hold on. So no expectations coming into this year, like any other legend retiring or at the end of their career. Why does it? Where's all of this pressure and judgment coming from? How come nobody is willing to accept that this might be the end and move into that phase, Nico? People staying
It's
in the
because some
phase like
it's
he
'cause some
made him
people
or
are
deliver him a championship.
it's because some people are still stuck in the past, bro. Their fandom for LeBron is it's sometimes it's beyond. They just don't see the clear and realistic picture because their fandom for that player is so great. They can't conceive the thought that he is, diminishing, not as good, not as great as they wanted him to be. But if you and I can take the fandom out of it and just look from a fan or from an outer perspective look, you can see that LeBron is not LeBron. And we're okay with that. It's part of life. But you have these kids, and I say kids, have this theory, fandom that won't let them see the real picture. And it's sad because they have. I mean, it's they wanna hold on to it so bad, bro, and don't want to let go. But they're gonna have to let go. But sooner or later, it's gonna hit, and it's gonna hit you hard for those guys. So at
Yep.
no point I don't blame LeBron. I don't think I'm not saying it's his fault that the roster is what it is. No, I'm just saying that he's not making a big deal out of it because he knows what he signed up for. That's all. He knows. We all know. So I mean, it is what it is at the end of the day, and it's gonna be a fork in the road, where they're gonna go either one or two ways. And unfortunately, I think it's gonna be the down way where it's just gonna have to stay pat, ride the ship,
Mhm.
and then just start the rebuild.
I don't think a lot of fans. I ain't gonna say a lot of fans. I think some fans can't or don't enjoy basketball enough to be fans like that. If you know what I'm saying, Nico. They're not
I know.
here for the sport of basketball. They're not here, you know what I'm saying, because we Laker fans and nothing like that. They're not here because they just got a love for the game. They here on some OnlyFans type stuff. But let me see. Hold on 1 second. Lewis, what up, Lewis, bro? What to do, my G? He said, I don't see how y'all do it. Big facts, Lewis. We need Derrick Henry in the house. What up, Derrick Henry, bro? Derrick Henry is one of the guys who come over when we getting our butt kicked to rub it in. You know, he happy his little Nuggets lost the other day. So, yeah. Looking at it. Who else? Well, Tony Lee creeped up in here. What up, Tony Lee, man? Said Brian is finished. Whew. I don't know, man. I don't think he finished. I just think we are going about it the wrong way. Talking about it all day today made me realize that, man, him playing every game is a dumbass decision that hopefully gets a little more attention after this game, after this stretch. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. Hey, but Disruptor answered y'all question, 12, and everybody else who had a question about AD. We saw yesterday the hub, our 80 offensive hub was on and popping yesterday, 33 and 12. Then all of a sudden, when it's connect time to start off the game shooting 12 times, we go back to what we was doing last year. So it's very strange how JJ can know so much of what Darvingham did wrong last year, but then come back and do some of the same stuff wrong. And what I mean by that is not be consistently getting 80 the ball all the time, especially in the fourth quarter, like you started off the year. So it is what it is, man. It's not a lot, Art. I mean, that's not a lot there. What up, Derek Henry, bro? ATL, ho. What up, HM3, man? I just left your city, bro, not too long ago, man. What it do, my G? Had a nice time. I said, wow, NBA really cheating Lakers to make Russell Westbrook fake legacy look like it's something. Laker fan for like, what you on, bro? He said, Lewis said he looked like a genius, bro. He said, hey, I look like a genius now. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. We got to do something, bro. Lakers just sucking right now, bro. We got beat 109-80. Almost 30 points, bro. This team can't get right. Austin might be a little more important than people like to make out to be because we down players. Stars not storing. Role players not rolling. Then you run into a team that got something to fight for because they trying to scrap their way back up to the top. So they came out with a lot more energy, a lot more effort, way scrappier than us, way more fight in them. And we just looked like we just took a punch and laid down for them, especially in that second half, bro. So I can't wait to listen to these press conferences, post-press conferences, and see what these niggas talking about because there's going to be more excuses, man. This team might be past just a coach trying to coach it right or a player trying to play right. Even at our best, it seems like, the best teams, the better teams, we can't really get over them for real. So Ham told people last year, a lot of these players ain't good enough. Y'all call for his job. And that's what I was saying, bro. A lot of niggas is not going to come up for that fact. Big facts, disruptor, bro. They're not going to come up here. So LeBron playing like he's trying to buy time for something. I don't know, Chris Jones. It seemed like he should be on the bench taking rest games. He should have played. He should have had yesterday off and played today. You can't make any trade you want. This nigga is done. Hey, that's why we need another star player, bro. He said, nah, where is DJ Killer Goofy looking at him? I don't know, bro. He in his skin, bro. He said, damn, you think so, bro? It's rough. What's good, bro? Hey, said Brian is a good role player at this point. That's why I said, bro, he would have been a great third option if we would have had another star point guard, star guard player who can handle the ball. But we wasted our opportunity on Russell Westbrook, and it seemed like we could never really get somebody else. I even would have took DeJounte Murray right now. For real. Because he came back balling. He might have got hurt for a little while, but he came back balling the other day. I got him on my fantasy team. I said almost the same record as last year around this time. Ham gone. So who's the problem? Who's still here going through some stuff over and again, time to blame the right people? Well, you ain't lying. It's time to blame the right people, damn it. So he said, KJ, what up, KJ? He said, it's over, my guy. I'm sorry, it's over. All right, man, I don't know. We'll see, man. We like this after every loss. We win a couple games in a row, we're going to be feeling different. Darvin Ham still wasn't the guy for the job. That is also facts, Charles. It's a weird conundrum, bro. So Rob might have been a problem the whole time, Lewis. So Rob effed it up from the jump. I can't argue with that, bro. So y'all wanted the black man fired to hide the white man. Shut up, Derek Henry, bro. You go tell Joker not to run out of gas neither, bro. Said I really hope Brian didn't think Westbrook would work. No. I just think that, because he didn't want to tell him no. I wish he would have told him no. I remember that like it was yesterday, bro. I'm like, why did y'all having that meeting? Because him, Brian, and AD had a meeting, so I guess that's what convinced him to say yeah. Because at first the nigga said no. Blue Boat in the building. What it do, my G? Shout out to Blue Boat, man. Long time, brother. Say, what's cracking, big? I want to ask you and Nico, why is it that these peanut gallery LeBron detractors judge and criticize him like it's against his legacy and diminish him? Because when you spend so much time hating for no reason, right? Then at the end of a person's career where a person has a natural downfall, right? Because they at the end of their career, they feel like this is their time. This is their moment, you know. And if you're a LeBron hater, this is definitely your moment. If they don't care if it's at the end of his career. And like I said earlier, no legend has ever went out with any kind of criticism at the end of their career, ever. Bron is going to be the first because people have been waiting on his downfall. And the only downfall that you can think of is how he looks at the end of his career. Stupid, bro. Stupid. But that's what it is. He said, did you see the real Atlanta or was you just in Buckhead? Buckhead, bro, you already know, bro. I ain't going nowhere. I went to Bones, though. That's about it. Had some good Thanksgiving Day food while I was down there, too, man. K-Town. Lakers had a creative French 2K player, number 94. I don't know, bro. Willie Allen in the building. What to do, my G? DB. He said our superstars didn't show up at all. Nope. Not at all, bro. We 12-9, y'all. 12-9, bro. Look like a real average team at best. Could be worse. We could be 9-12. We could be, you know what I'm saying, 10-11 or something. We could have a losing record, right? But we don't. Not over, but if some adjustments is not made with the play calling, how it was, get it back to how it was earlier in the year, as far as making sure AD get his touches and stuff like that. Because there's no way how he started the game off, he shouldn't have finished with over 30 points today, bro. It said, or who we trading for, or man, dog. He's trading for everybody. Dog, bro, we have to. And I hate to say this, it can't be like I'm all for like Walker Kessler's making his way over here, or the Dorian Finney-Smiths of the world, somebody who can really play on the perimeter and be a good defensive player who can hit their threes and be more of a solid role player. Even a starting caliber big, I'm out on all of that now. I'll be cool if we did it, but none of that will be enough to get us over the proverbial hump. So I'm all in on a big trade. Somebody who can come in and take the ball out of Bron's hands and be that second option that we need. And somebody who can genuinely give Bron the rest that he needs. Dolph, I did not trip. I don't know why we ain't said it neither, bro. We did not trip off the fact this nigga was playing all 82 games. Like, that was just a smart thing to do. I was like, I don't know why that just dawned on me today. It just dawned on me today, bro. I was just like, what? You know what? This nigga said he's going to play 82 games. He's really going to try to play all 82 games. Why is he playing back-to-backs? We lead the league in back-to-backs this year. 15 of them, I think. And he's going to play all 82 of them, he's going to play all 15 back-to-backs. That's not smart. That would have been 15 games off throughout the year, all year. For sure. If I had to take Levine or Ingram, I'm definitely taking Zach LaVine, bro. I'm not a Brandon Ingram fan. He can go smoke. I don't want him back here in LA smoking this LA weed, bro. I really don't. He might check out and be retired for the rest of his career. So definitely give me Zach LaVine, bro. You see, he go down. I'm finna shut it down, man. Get up out of here, man. Hit the link, Doc, man. Playing on 82, bro. He gonna die, bro. I know what you were saying, bro. Well, I'm finna get up out of here, man. I want to say thank you to my one and only donation today. My nigga, D. Bonner. Appreciate you, my G. I also appreciate you for coming up on the panel today. I appreciate Joseph for trying to make an appearance on the panel today. I appreciate Nico for making a late appearance for coming on the panel today. And I even appreciate everybody who came through in the chat, making my chat fill up with questions so I can have some good stuff to talk about. I most definitely appreciate that, guys. And the next game is what? Day after tomorrow. No, we got 2 days off, I think. So I might have to put something in the community to see if I can string that guy tonight. Boy, back to work. But like I said, man, another tough loss, bro. I'm starting to think every time I come on here, we freaking lose. But, just we got some work to do, man. Front office got some work to do, and we got to get to it like it's nothing to it, man. Tell these niggas bye now, dog. Look at that.
Hey, y'all.
My fault. What'd you say?
No, I was saying niggas better not tweak over this game tonight, cuz I'm not tripping, cuz it is what it is.
Oh, y'all heard Doc, man.
We need trades, cuz it's evident, it's obvious, it's a must.
It's a must. Must. I agree, man. But like I said, man, this if you don't, it's gonna be a long season, bro. But
Yeah,
next game. What's our next game, dog? Before we get up out of here.
Probably another L.
Yeah. Hopefully not.
I don't know.
Let me see.
I don't know who. I forgot. I don't know.
I did too, but yeah, because they got the upcoming matchups, but they got minutes. You know what? These motherfuckers need to update their stuff. Anyway, all right, y'all. We out this piece, man. I will check with y'all later, man. Peace out, y'all.